Hello and welcome to Highly Questionable. This is Izzy Gutierrez, but the camouflage is something disguising that is Jamel Hill. What do you like on the show today, Jamel?
I love the fact that I'm going to call out some of my coworkers because I'm a diva like that.
All right. Dale, papi.
Was Steph's performance last night as impressive as LeBron's in Game 1?
This was fun to watch last night, and you know LeBron is an unprecedented player. And when that unprecedented player reaches unprecedented levels, he goes 51-8-8. But the cartoon manifestation of the evolution of this sport is Steph Curry, and that was the best Steph last night. Steph was being Steph better than anyone in the history of shooting can be Steph. And it's not just that he was making his shots more three-pointers than anyone has ever made in a finals game. It's the shots he was making. No one has had that range in the history of the sport, and that's why they're impossible to beat.
Yeah, you feel like you're watching a circus act when you watch Steph. Even though they give you two totally different emotions, watching LeBron, who's a superhuman talent, you're able to watch Steph and appreciate the fact that he's making things that are extraordinarily difficult, that are just stupid to even contemplate, look so easy. And more importantly, we're finally seeing the finals version of Steph I think that we've all wanted to see. We've seen regular season MVP Steph, but he's often been a little bit of a letdown in these finals. But right now he's playing the best basketball that he's ever played in the playoffs, and it's unbelievable.
The part that has to be so frustrating to LeBron is if Clay and Steph are going crazy, you have no chance. But if Clay and Steph are struggling, then Durant is just going to do these little mid-range jumpers over George Hill. And if that's not working, Sean Livingston's going to do it. And if that's not working, JaVale McGee's going to do it. And that's why he gets so frustrated. He can't get his teammates to remember the score.
You know, LeBron said, oh, this guy's back again. I was hoping he wouldn't show up until next season. You know, this guy all of this sudden, that's the luck of my life, you know what I mean? Does LeBron's body language make you think that he hates playing on this team?
This is so great here. Let's deconstruct this for a second, because this is a video we had not seen of LeBron after J.R. Smith forgets the score. LeBron, you could just feel the tension on your television here between everybody. And then look at LeBron asking about, did we have timeouts? And my favorite part of this, Jamel, is LeBron knew good and well that they had timeouts. He wanted Ty Lue to say it so that he could then do that in Ty Lue's face. You incompetent clowns, I'm going for 51-8-8. You guys don't know how to use our timeouts.
Yeah, Poppy, you know what it's like to carry a show. Am I right? Am I right? Dealing with somebody who's not quite on your level? That happens all the time. Look, we are seeing sort of the live, in-time feeling of LeBron breaking up with the Cavs again. He's like, dude, I really have to put up with this level of stupidity? We had a timeout. The way that he slid in his chair, it was so awkward. It was like watching mom and dad fight. It was like watching something that you hadn't quite seen before in sports, where this is the literal frustration of what he feels like working with people who are not on his level.
Which is all of them, by the way. It's all of them in the history of the sport are not on his level. You can understand his frustration.
Don't worry, LeBron. You only have 2 more games to play with these guys. After that, you know, it's all over, buddy. You can't go any other place, you know?
Miami, preferably. He'll change his entire tune.
Would it be crazy for the Packers to give Aaron Rodgers a new contract that he can renegotiate each year?
They do not have to do this. He's under contract for 2 years. They can franchise him after that, and after that, he will be 38 years old. But if you want to take care of a player in the salary cap age, when the next Jimmy Garoppolo is going to play 5 games and then make more money than you, the way that you do it in the salary cap is you give him real and honest power. You build that human relationship. You have had Aaron Rodgers frustrated publicly with the Packers management situation in a way that you've never heard before recently. If you want to placate that, if indeed you got a trust problem with your most important player, this is one way to do it. Give him something that he wants.
Man, I really hate it when I sound like the man, when I sound like the establishment, but this is the truth. The Packers have no reason whatsoever to ever give him this kind of power. Look, I know it sucks if you're Aaron Rodgers and year after year, quarterbacks that have proven less than you, quarterbacks who aren't as good as you are getting more money. But as somebody told me when it comes to negotiations a long time ago, sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. And right now he's the nail. He's not in a position to change things that give him the kind of power that his career says he deserves.
If you were the owner, you give him a contract after every game.
Every quarter, baby. Every quarter I'd be out there. Can I massage your feet? Would you like some more incentives in your contract?
Should Tom Brady be salty that Jimmy G's getting praised for shredding the Patriots team in practice.
Okay, this is the producers of this show very lazy. It's not football season, and we really shouldn't be talking of Jimmy Garoppolo, but throw Tom Brady in the headline, throw him in a question. Now we've got a story. Tom Brady is 40 years old, and now he says he is going to OTAs. Jimmy Garoppolo makes $13 million more a season than Tom Brady. His resume is 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That is the resume of Jimmy Garoppolo. He was good against the Patriots in practice, which doesn't mean much because the Patriots don't play defense until about the 4th or 5th game of the season is when they start caring about that. But Tom Brady is going to be watching Jimmy Garoppolo, rest assured, because Jimmy Garoppolo is no longer in New England because of Tom Brady.
Did I also mention that I'm a lifelong San Francisco 49ers fan? So I am happy to talk about Jimmy Garoppolo, my new savior, all the time. In fact, I named my new Wi-Fi at home Garoppolo. That's how deep I'm into this, all right? And so, yeah, if you're Tom Brady, I could believe somewhere he's seething with jealousy because there's somebody more handsome than him. There's somebody who doesn't have to be nagged by his wife about his retirement. There's somebody who's going to be better than him. I am here for all things Jimmy Garoppolo. He is the savior. He will lead us to freedom, Dan.
Her Wi-Fi code should be 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Well, he's not the only backup quarterback that does well against the Patriots. Do you remember that Super Bowl?
Oh, that's right, Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP joke. Ha-ha!
Killed it.
The Phillies have only scored 1 run in their past 29 innings. Is that Gabe Kepler's fault?
Kepler is the man's
Kepler.
name. Okay, don't shout it like that at me. Jake Arrieta is saying this. Jake Arrieta is responsible for that 1 run in those 29 innings. He produced it. Let's see how angry this guy with a 2.5 ERA is.
Overall, it's just really horrid series. Really bad. Really bad. So, hopefully we can do something on the off day to get us back in the right mindset to play a good team at Wrigley Field. We need to have an accountability check. This is a key moment in our season. You know, we had a pretty good April, pretty good May. June isn't starting out so well.
You never hear this in baseball, Jamel. Baseball players do not do things like that after games. But the thing I found interesting about it is that the Phillies are a very young team. Jake Arrieta was brought there at least in part because he is supposed to be a stabilizing leadership force. He thinks this is leadership, calling out the shifts of his manager. He thinks this is something that's going to get him the respect that he wants in that locker room. And on top of that, he ends up frustrated. But it should be noted that the Cubs were always the worst at shifts, and he went after this team's shifts. He's got a problem with how they're being managed.
Well, as they often say, show me the lie. And right now, the Phillies rank last in shift run saved. Now, I don't really know what that means, but the seam heads tell me that's a very bad thing. So if he feels the need to call out the team, it's because he feels like something's not happening in that locker room in order to bring about the accountability that he would like to see. And when you hear words like accountability, that means you're basically taking a shot at leadership and saying they aren't getting guys to do their job for whatever reason.
Have you seen the Phillies manager without a shirt on?
I have seen that. Yeah, he looks good. This guy would, yes, he would beat up any other manager in the history of the sport. Go ahead and put up Phillies manager, former Phillies manager Charlie Manuel up there. Go ahead and put him up, see if it looks like that. Champion Charlie Manuel.
Championship gut.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
You know how many innings?
Yeah.
We're all very sorry for your pain. Oh.
Almost tore a hammy.
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, what happened there?
That's bad.
Correct. Play the game that is going to demand a trade to high noon. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
We're family, Bobby.
Do you question if J.R. Smith is right to appreciate this chant?
During the pregame introductions, the Warrior fans gave J.R. Smith a standing ovation. That's funny. Then he gets a free throw, and look at what happens there.
And again, sometimes it's simple basketball that creates the best quality shots.
Hearing some MVP chants from the Warriors fans.
Yeah, but he still wanted the ball after he missed it. You saw that, right? Still wanted the ball. Let's listen to JR after the game.
You surprised by the fan reaction for you personally, or?
Say again?
The fan reaction to you, the cheers in the pregame, the MVP chants, did that?
No. I'm always a person who the fans like to talk to or heckle, whatever. So I like it. I'd rather them do that than not acknowledge me at all. So I appreciate it.
Hey, if you're going to be a screw-up, be the best screw-up you could possibly be. I love J.R. Smith's attitude there. He even also said after the game that if anybody was built to handle this kind of ribbing, it's him. Because think about it. This is what J.R. Smith does, so this was perfect.
I think that he's very happy because he thinks that his team is up 2-0. You know, he thinks that the Cavs are winning 2-0 in the series. You know what I mean?
He thinks he is the MVP. He doesn't think they were being ironic there.
Do you question if they should have brought out the stretcher?
Was someone faking it, or was there a deserved stretcher? We've got Cubs and Mets. It's the third inning. What happened here?
This happens. You know how many innings?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all very sorry for your pain. Yeah. Oh. And a direct shot.
Woo,
Yeah.
he's reevaluating his whole life right now.
What did I choose? What bad judgment for someone who is paid for his judgment.
Still working his way back.
Oh, but this allows us, though, to play for Jamel Hill. A montage of such things that we enjoy around here on the show. Jamel, here it is. Yeah. Yes.
Oh. No. Oh, he goes down. Oh, my.
Got him. No, we go to other countries to find them.
That might have been the worst one.
I think this was the stretcher, actually. Yeah! Yes, I've seen this enough to know these things. Yes.
He deserved the stretcher.
Do you question if Shorty Torres got lucky?
Oh, look at my father. Loves the rhetorical flourishes. The language allows him. Let's go in. Look, he's doing it again. All right, let's check in with Jared Brooks. He's winning this fight. He's got everything under control. Look at what we have here. And here he is. He's winning. I'm going to do this. Bang.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is slightly off. And he knocks himself out. And Torres.
That did not go like he expected.
No, it was looking so good right about
It was.
here. But then, boom, that's his head being landed on.
Proof that there's no justice in the world. You do a move like that, you should be rewarded with the victory, not instead lose in a totally humiliating way.
Yeah, and on top of that, though, lose in a totally humiliating way and get punched in the head several times afterward. And tweet about it, furthermore, tweet about it, and then saying, you're lucky that I knocked myself out and you didn't do bleep to me that whole fight. Just seeing you after fight interview, well played, but if we run that bleep back, I beat you 9 times out of 10, and the only time you do is me KOing myself. I mean, that's pretty accurate analysis.
And he struggled again with that your thing. It's okay.
His head got hurt, you understand.
Well, that was pretty bad, but I have seen more embarrassing knockouts.
You have?
Oh.
What do we have here?
You have to follow it up again with the jab.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
my father wasn't lying.
Yeah,
He's
that's
totally right about that. That
was pretty bad.
That is more embarrassing. Let's look at that again. Yeah, look out. I'm breakdancing. And now the only thing breaking is my face.
To break dance.
Do you question if Julio Jones should be good at kickball?
Julio Jones is what my father calls him, and he obviously has to be great at kickball or anything athletic, right? Let's see what we have here. Oh!
Almost tore a hammy.
Wow!
Whoa.
I mean, what happened there?
That's bad.
I mean, did it hit something? That's not possible.
That
What
was
is
a
this?
swing and a miss.
I mean, a kick and a miss. Let's see what we have here. Is it a swing and a miss or a kick and a miss?
Well, technically a kick and a miss. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he did not connect on anything.
I do love the move, though, of like, that's the tennis player checking the strings on his racket. Look, he's checking his leg here at the end, this move at the end where, you know, the tennis player checks his racket because a shot has gone wrong. Baseball player takes a couple of extra swings. Julio Jones is trying to figure out what's wrong with his right leg.
Yeah, clearly it's an equipment issue.
He needs to get a lesson from Marshall Lynch.
Is Marshawn Lynch good at it?
Oh,
I
wow.
guess so.
Oh, my God.
Good Lord.
Did he kick that out of Oakland? Like,
oh, dear God, opposite field.
oh, my Lord. When is that going to land?
Wow.
Guys from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that can't stop smiling about LeBron demise. See? Oh, no.
He is. He's happier today than he was yesterday. You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued.
I feel bad for LeBron, really.
Really?
What?
What?
I don't believe it.
What?
He sighed. You know, he's going to blame his side now for the poor performance of his
You
team.
feel bad for LeBron.
I don't believe you.
Tonight on NBC, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, Vegas Golden Knights and Washington Capitals.
Yes, this will be fun. Poppy, what is the name of the most famous player for the Washington Capitals?
Alex Chovinsky.
All right, let's check in with the emotions and the expressions of Alex Ovechkin. Yeah, he's emotional. He
In a
wants
glass
this.
case of emotion there.
Yeah, we are studying his body language like LeBron's here.
Oh.
Yes,
Hey,
glory be to
thrill
God.
victory.
I will
Ooh.
celebrate this with the 4 remaining teeth that I have. Jamel, are you intrigued?
No, unfortunately, I'm not intrigued because I feel like I'd be fake to watch Game 3, considering I haven't watched any of the Stanley Cup Finals. So I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Game 4, she hasn't watched any of
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Game
yeah,
4.
yeah.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very cheap. You know, this thing is working out the way I predicted it, you know. The Capitals will win tonight, they go 3-1, and then all of a sudden, you know, they'll go...
Yeah, well, that is what he predicted. It is what, he's been right for several years. It is what he's predicted. Yeah. There it is. Okay, and then at the end... Oh, not dead yet.
Yes.
Still just convulsing. Soon to be dead.
Right now on the Tennis Channel, the French Open.
No, you should be watching us. Don't go anywhere. We've got some show left here. But we are experts in ball boys doing things they shouldn't be doing. Ball boy incompetence is our specialty around here. What do we have?
Una retrasada y allá en la esquina. No sirve esa pelota, tiene que ir más abierta que profunda.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Se golpeó duro en la cabeza el niño.
Oh! That in Spanish translation is he hit his head very hard. Oh!
Right to the chestnut.
Oh, the first ever concussed face from a left nipple of a tennis player. Jamel, are you intrigued?
No, unfortunately, I'm not intrigued anymore. Serena Williams withdrew because of injury, though I do think as much as she's beaten Maria Sharapova in the past, she probably could have beat her with one arm.
What about you, Poppy? Are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. What was the name of that kid, LeBron? Because he flopped in that play. That was a big flop. Did you see it? Yeah, that was a big flop.
Come on, man. LeBron at the French Open. We can't. Come on.
LeBron, monsieur.
LeBron.
LeBron, très bien, monsieur.
James.
LeBron.
Streaming online on the DIY network, Renovation Realities, Dale Jr. and Amy.
DIY, do it yourself. That's what Dale Earnhardt is doing. He is renovating homes. Let's check in with Dale.
I don't know, what do you say, hip rock scissors?
Gosh. I feel like I got trapped here.
Oh!
Okay.
Little rat right there.
Ah! Seriously?
Made it work.
Really?
I'm just telling you that this one's shorter is all I know.
Nope. Oh, hell no.
Good job. This one.
He's super in love, man. At every turn, he will tell you how super in love he is. Jamel, are you intrigued?
Yes, I am very intrigued. Finally, I get one here. You got home improvement, the Earnhardts. I'm all in on this.
She is weirdly excited about home renovations. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. I'm telling you, you know who also needs some renovation? The hair in your back, the back of your head there. Yeah, need some renovation real quick.
Oh, sorry. Did I laugh a little too loud? Sorry.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
You're a real you know that?
Well, I know that. Can I borrow your pen for a second?
Sure.
No?
Sure. Go ahead, Poppy. I'm not going for it, all right? It's not